Coming from Observation Deck 4 of the USS Vermilion, this is Pop Satellite. So what kind of stuff have you seen since we've been apart?
Oh, wow, like a bunch, actually. I think you and me both have got a piqued interest in the new Teen Titans movie, or aptly named Titans.
Accidentally came across it, because I try to avoid most popular crap. This is funny, right? We do a Pop Satellite show, but...
Well, like, and DC's just, hit or miss on their stuff. It's just stupid. But honestly, the Red Band trailer that I watched, like, 2 words just made me want to see this movie. And it was the scene where the criminals were like, "Where's Batman?" And all of a sudden you see Robin come out of nowhere and go, "Fuck Batman."
Yeah, like, how does Robin get to that? Anyway, it's going to be interesting. They've got a trailer for each character, they said, and there's only 4 trailers, so I'm like, where is Cyborg? So hopefully we'll meet Cyborg before the end of the film, because they got one for Beast Boy, and they got one for Robin, and one for Starfire, and I only watched the ones for Robin and Starfire. And who is the other one? Raven. Yeah, one for Raven.
They all look good, and hopefully the trailer is just not all fluff like a lot of other titles from this franchise has been here recently. And hopefully they've kind of hit pay dirt, kind of like they did with Wonder Woman, and actually made a good one.
Yeah, well, I've yet to see Wonder Woman. I'm afraid to watch it. I'm afraid I won't like it.
It was actually good.
But, yeah, well, I'll take your word for it then and put it on the list to watch. I'm watching Solo right now. Let's see. It's like I got halfway through it, and fell asleep because I'm old.
It wasn't boring, was it?
No, I just, ADD.
Let's see, we got also the Dark Phoenix trailer that came out. That didn't really sit well with me. Yeah, that's about the reaction that I had too.
I'm like, they're trying harder to make it more like the comic book. That's crazy. But that's cool.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll give them a point there. Just, I don't know. This is the last one of the Fox franchise before it officially goes over to Disney. So
who knows what's going to happen then?
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, it still looks strangely convoluted.
Gonna have Ilsa join the X-Men because she's really Iceman. But yeah, I don't know. Back to the Teen Titans thing. Those are worth checking out. It looks like while they might not be playing the characters as close to the comic book as possible, at least they look that way. And somebody said, I can't remember who it was. It was someone on Ain't It Cool News wrote an article, and they were like, "This isn't my Starfire." I'm like, yeah, well, your Starfire was created for TV. She was the innocent Starfire. There was a Starfire in the 80s, when the Teen Titans comics were a thing. Because they've been a thing a while, and she wasn't like that. This must be more like the original Starfire, so we'll see.
I never actually, I watched the cartoon, but that's probably the extent of my Teen Titans knowledge, and that cartoon's not really a very good example.
Well, Teen Titans Go is funny. I like it. It's a good cartoon for cartoon's sake. Like, it's got all the good animation marks of a good cartoon.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's entertaining, and
Makes me laugh.
It's chuckle-worthy, but it's nowhere near what the comics were or anything like that.
When they first did that, I'm like, how dare they? Like, okay, it's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, how dare they? Don't get used to that. Don't be doing that to too many things now. I don't want to see no chibi Batman. I mean, Lego Batman's cute enough, but like, I don't want to see that happen to everything.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, there again, they'll try it. Somebody will try it.
Well, let's see. What else do you have over there? Because I think we merged these 2 lists together.
Well, let's see. Trying to get... If you want to talk about trying to get everything out of a franchise, I did read that the current Halloween producer, Malik Akkad, I'm probably butchering that name, sorry, wanted to turn Halloween into a TV series.
They did that to Friday the 13th, and while that was a decent TV series, it was also cheesy as crap.
Yeah, but Halloween, the series, though, I mean, how much of Michael Myers can you actually turn into a TV series?
Well, I mean, like, if Michael Myers kills one person a week, then that's cool. right?
Well,
you
then,
set up a soap opera, and then you have Michael pick off all the people that everybody hates, according to ratings, and then he starts picking them off by the end of the season. And
that's
it's
almost
sort
like
of audience participation, kind of. But it works real slow, so you wonder who Michael's going to pick off and why.
Oh, the newest generation of reality TV, right there.
Writers, right? They're rolling dice and stuff like they're playing it out. That's a pretty good way to play out, a drama is role play. But that's a different show. Alex Winter has tweeted.
Oh yes,
that Bill and Ted is definitely a go. Bill and Ted 3. He said a lot of people are working hard right now to make that happen. I'm paraphrasing. But it's right there from the man himself. You can go on Twitter and look down through Alex Winter's tweets. And, he plays Bill S. Preston Esquire. Named after my grandma. I'm Ted Theodore Logan. But,
yeah, it kind of begs to question how Keanu Reeves is going to fit Bill and Ted 3 into also. I'm assuming somebody would be fools not to do John Wick 3 since the ending of the second one was left open to that being happening. It probably is. So I'm wondering how Keanu's going to balance doing Bill and Ted with doing John Wick. Because he does some pretty hardcore training for John Wick. Like he's become like a weapons expert just from doing these movies.
And the martial arts that he got into just to do the Matrix and stuff. But it'd be so funny. Yo, Ted, what have you been doing since I saw you last? Well, don't kill my dog, or you'll find out.
Don't kill the boogeyman's dog.
Yeah.
Don't take his car either.
But hopefully we'll get to see this movie in our lifetime. It'll probably come out in 2019 is what they said.
I know, Carlin's gone, which sucks.
They're going to have to deal with that somehow.
Yeah.
And you can have him in another suit, or you could just have him be gone and dead.
I would rather him be gone and dead. Nobody can...
write it in there that he's dead.
Yeah, somehow. Rufus is gone. Sorry.
Well, I watched It Follows, which this is for the horror movie thing. It's a time of horror movies, being October, whenever you're hearing this.
I have been terrible.
It's fall now. It Follows is directed by David Robert Mitchell, and it got a 6.8 on IMDb, so that's pretty decent. And I tell you, I didn't know what to expect from this movie. But it's really creepy.
Really?
Yes. You've got this monster, and it's not just the monster. It's what people will do to each other because of the monster. So what happens is you get this sort of virus. Someone had it. An original person had it. And when you have sex with someone, you give it to them. And the only one person can have the virus. So, you're passing it to them. Now, the owner of the virus is sought out by a monster that will take the form of someone in their life or just a corpse. And it moves real slow, but it always tries to get you from behind. And so people do crazy things, like put seats near the ocean or something like that with the seat back to the water and wait for it. And other people fuck other people and get the virus into them and tell them it'll come after them. And it comes very slowly like a person. You could get away from it. You could drive a car across the country and have to wait months for it. But it would come after you. And so you got these young kids in this one town passing this thing back and forth. And if someone up the chain dies, then it'll come back down the chain. Somebody you passed it on to gets killed. Then it goes back down to the last person that had the virus before them.
So they just automatically re-get the virus?
It's something. Yeah, it's not even really a virus. I'll just call it that. It's like a magical curse.
Oh, okay.
But it's spread through sex.
So if someone dies without having sex, then it just automatically reverts to the last person that's still alive?
Yeah, if it gets that person, it would come back. But so it was made in 2015.
Weird.
And it's a pretty good movie. It will creep you out, if anything.
That sounds pretty creepy, actually.
Yeah. And if you have suggestions for movies to watch this month, email us there at psycher840@gmail.com. And we will look through your suggestions and see what you got there. Maybe we'll do some honorable mentions or whatnot.
You have to listen and then, tell us.
Yeah. We've mentioned this in another podcast, so the kind of rules are there. So just listen to one of our earlier casts and you'll see what not to send to us. Let's see. I think we should mention local events that are geek in nature.
Well, yeah, our local area has got some stuff coming up because we're southeast oriented. So, yeah, Southern Fandom Resource Guide always going to be your best bet as far as that goes. But stuff close to us, we've got the Geek Gala that's coming up. Mm-hmm. There's a couple in Charlotte, North Carolina. And there's a couple of them.
I looked on the site, and they have a good mobile site too for on the phone. But you can just go to charlottegeeks.com and get all the information as to where it is in Charlotte and how much it is and how long it is. 2 days. But they have a lot of events going on, so check it out for sure. They have all kinds of costume contests and prop building contests and story writing contests and workshops and a big dealers area called the Muggles Market, where you can get some crazy things from t-shirts or toys or wands or jewelry or whatever, books, you just name it. And these markets usually have something for everybody.
Usually.
There's a little something for everybody.
I have been disappointed with going in recent events and finding an astounding lack of Star Trek merchandise. It's all Star Wars.
But www.charlottegeeks.com and all the information is there. And some pictures and stuff from the last Geek Galas they've done.
So there's that, and then
all proceeds go to charity. So that's another noble reason to attend. I can't remember which charity it is. It's not the Ronald McDonald House, but it's something like that for sick children.
No, it's an adoption.
It was the Dave Thomas.
Yeah, the Dave Thomas Foundation for children's adoptions.
Okay, yeah. Well, it helps kids anyway.
Yeah, one form or fashion, it helps kids. Help the kids.
Go to the Geek Gala. There's going to be some music there too, so there's all kinds of stuff going on.
And then
different bands.
We've got Jekyll Comic Con, Jekyll Island, Georgia, in early December. We're Nerd Nation's the sponsor of that, and
you come and see us if you'd like.
Well, if we have fans by then that would like to see us live, we will attempt our first live cast down there.
Yeah, we'll try to make it worth your while to be there. Maybe you'll get on the show, get interviewed. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it?
Yes.
You good boy. You want to be on the show.
And then we just truck right along. January and February we've got Days of the Dead and Con Nuga respectively. So
yeah, we'll be talking about those more as they get closer.
Definitely, but yeah, just keeping the earworms active so people know what's going to be going on.
Yeah, so you guys will keep checking those things out as well as we go along so that we don't have to tell you everything. Because we used to work at conventions, and Lord, it's really, really mind-numbing having to answer questions that can be answered if the person had just bothered to go to the website mentioned in the post.
Or even, in the age of Facebook and, the either group or the event page itself will have all the information that you need if you just sit and read instead of just automatically asking someone 50 questions that are very standard questions. Go and read.
It's going to happen. As sure as the sky is blue and the sun is bright, there will be people asking you the basic questions. What's it cost to get in? Where is it? Can children under 12 get in for free? It's all on the website. Go to the website.
You see, this is why I do not make a good convention founder, because I'm just the person that responds like a dick and just gives the link to, whenever someone asked a stupid question like that, I would just put the link as a response and be like, go here.
Well, that's the non-user friendly way to get them the information.
It is, but it makes people read.
It does.
So you've recently gotten yourself a PlayStation 4 finally.
Yeah, but I don't have a game. I don't have any games on it. I'm still playing the Switch, playing Breath of the Wild.
Well, like, you know how big it is? You can probably fit Red Dead Redemption 2 on it. Cause
Maybe.
It's 103 gigabytes just for the initial
I
game.
mean, really, that scares me a bit. Like, why would I need that much space?
Well, and that's just
Wow.
that's just the base game. That's not including like the downloadable content that's even going to come later.
It's just,
I mean, like
I'm
how
telling you can only have a few games at a time. Because if other games come out and they're that big, you've got 4 or 5 games now on your hard drive and no space left to save any games.
yeah, if you got like if you got a 500 gig PlayStation like I have, then yeah, that's like 3-4 games at most because you've got to have like allowable space for the downloadable content that's coming out of them. So it's kind of ridiculous. I don't really like that direction, and I kind of blame Microsoft with the Xbox for bringing that about because, you know, the Xbox was the first video game system to have the onboard hard drive to it. So, you know, and now like that's all the video game systems are is like an onboard. It's basically a computer game with everything stripped out of it except for the basics for you to game online. And I don't always want to go online and play games, you know. If
Yeah, don't force me online.
Yeah,
I mean, I like to play games online. Don't get me wrong. I like fucking smashing noobs and crushing noobs all the time. But
yeah, there's times where I want to actually like just sit and play the game without having to hook up to the internet. And so, you know, I think there needs to be more of a balance of what's going on as far as video game advancement. You know, you're kind of excluding people by not offering content that you can just play on a game disc without them having to go online and download more content.
yeah, like the disc you bought at the store is just a key.
Yeah, pretty much.
To download a bigger file.
I mean, to download the rest of the game as the developers, because what they'll do is they'll develop only like certain aspects of the game for you to start
Imagine,
playing.
though, you might buy Skyrim and it comes on 7 discs.
Yeah. But like they, you know, with these games, even if it's a 2-disc game, which has happened before, multi-disc games, but it's, I don't know.
I mean, sometimes, I don't know, like, I remember when you bought games and if they were big, they came on multiple discs and you just lived with it.
Right. Instead of, wait for the new downloadable content, it's...
Well, or it's not finished, so have a lot of space on your hard drive. Well, I can't afford the big hard drive. Well, guess you just can't play games, kid.
Yeah.
Guess you just can't play games. You're getting priced out of life. So there's a new Birds of Prey movie. I don't know anything about this.
Me either. I've seen...
Remember the old TV show? I didn't know it was based on a comic.
Not too much about it.
Or is this is this a movie based on a comic about a TV show?
No, I think it was originally a comic. It's just another example, though, of how far out in the weeds they're starting to go to jerk out any kind of franchise and try and make a buck off of it.
Well, I don't know much about the storyline other than it's like the Huntress and Batman's daughter, Batman and Catwoman's daughter, and some other chick.
And some other person.
We're the Birds of Prey. We're the night people. Maybe Black Canary or something like that at some point. But
yeah, I'm not sure.
Boring. Where's your pop? Where's your dad? Dad should take care of Gotham, not you. You don't have to take care of Gotham. I want to get hate mail for that one.
But, you know, other franchises, you know, I did see the new promo poster for Daredevil Season 3 that they're dropping at New York Comic Con. And, dude, it's looking good. I mean, the first 2 seasons were great as is. But, you know, they've got the way they had Vincent D'Onofrio posing with...
He is my Kingpin.
Yeah, the way they had him posing in, like, the white Kingpin pimp suit. and Daredevil's got his old school outfit back, with his knuckles bloody and everything. I'm like,
Bandaged.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hey, you could tell that D'Onofrio has went all out in making himself Kingpin.
I wonder how many sandwiches he had to eat to get that big.
Oh man, I don't know.
Or was he just fat and they were like, "Yeah,
No. I mean, okay, perfect example.
Great Kingpin.
You remember the first Men in Black movie?
Yes.
He was the cockroach dude, and you saw how trim he was there. So he had to bulk up for Daredevil.
Oh man.
But I mean, I guess it was a good bulk up because I mean he's savage, and they let him be savage, which is awesome.
Let's see. I'm looking down here. I saw a trailer for Star Wars Resistance, the new cartoon, and I didn't dig too deeply, but from what I saw in the cartoon, the style was great. It looked like it was canon, and not like the Disney movies, which have too much politics in them. Yes, politics. The Disney movies do push politics into the Star Wars movies.
Yeah, they're gonna have it.
This is why a lot of people think new stuff sucks.
Yeah. Well, it's not your Star Wars, man. You've already had yours.
It's not made for you. It's made for people that'll buy it. It's not made for everybody.
Speaking of which, Orville is another season 2 that's coming up, and saw where Jonathan Frakes was also rapping because apparently he's crossed the lines because he's directing episodes for both series of Discovery and the Orville. But he actually had some high praise for what Seth and company are doing and the fact that they've made it.
He said it is Star Trek.
Yeah, like the Star Trek of old. So yes, it is Star Trek because Seth did get so many of the Trek people.
Crews, yeah.
He
got designers and
Brandon Braga,
producers and all that, and crew members, even lighting guys, that kind of stuff.
But
it pays off.
He's still praising Discovery, and I know he's directing episodes and everything, but
he has to kiss Paramount's ass a little bit.
CBS
too.
He has done a lot of directorial
Please
work
let
for
me
CBS
do
series.
more Star Trek. I want Star Trek money.
But then they're releasing these 4 short stories, Star Trek short stories, and I'm just like, they look the same as what Discovery does, so I'm not keen on it. But I don't know. It's an interesting approach of having side stories like that. I mean, if you want to take a few novels and adapt it into a mini series or something like that, that would be good.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was hoping they would do whenever they started remaking or started up making Star Wars movies again, because there was a lot of novels that Lucas put his stamp of approval on and made canon. And nobody cares about that, but there's a lot of stuff out there that's so rich and it's so Star Wars, and it wouldn't piss off anybody. But they don't. They just ignore it.
That's the same thing with Star Trek. There have been so many novels that have been written. I mean, and they're all within the canon timeline, the Roddenberry canon timeline, and it's amazing that no one has read a few of these and tried to make one of them either into a film or a mini series or a short story or something like that.
Probably because a lot of stuff happens in them that would be hard to do with special effects. For some that book I couldn't remember the other day. One of the other podcasts that was written by William Shatner. Part of a 3-parter. It's called Avenger.
Yeah,
and in that, I can't spoil it for you, but people that love Star Trek have to read this book. It has stuff that includes Kirk, Spock, the Next Generation cast. It has holographic Dr. McCoy as well as the real Dr. McCoy watching the holographic Dr. McCoy make mistakes.
That's nice.
Get him out of here.
Well, there again, it's
Real Dr. McCoy's got an exoskeleton that he wears.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You know, and Shatner writes well. He just can't direct.
No. Yeah, he should just be head writer or something. Get someone else to direct.
Yeah, Bill. You just stick to writing, please.
Yeah. Didn't he direct Star Trek 5?
Yes.
Ugh. And that was horrible.
He took full responsibility for that, but that's why I'm like hanging that over his head. It's like, you can't direct, man. Just no. Just write. You're good at writing. You're good at acting. Just don't direct, please.
Ugh. Yeah. Sorry, Bill. I liked him in Boston Legal, though.
Oh, Denny Crane. Yes.
Denny Crane.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you really, it was my love of Star Trek that made me like the actor, that led me to Boston Legal and watching him as Denny Crane. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah. Well, and then, you know, James Spader's doing The Blacklist now, and that's actually a decent series as well.
I haven't watched it. I need to restart watching Better Call Saul. There is a second season now, and I wasn't aware of it, so I have a show to catch up on.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Daredevil and Orville, and now Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Iron Fist. All three have their seasons out. I've watched bits and pieces of it. Snatch the series, their second season finally dropped on Crackle.
I watched all of Luke Cage, and I watched a bunch of Iron Fist, and I wasn't pleased with Iron Fist very much, so I just quit.
What, first or second season?
It was probably just the first season of Iron Fist.
I thought, next to Daredevil, I actually thought Iron Fist was the second best one. It was Daredevil's absolute favorite.
I just don't agree with the casting.
I don't know. I like Charlie Cox as Daredevil.
No, I meant the casting of the guy as Iron Fist is Danny Rand.
Oh.
Yeah. Just, no, not my Iron Fist.
Okay. There's been a few other people that have said that.
Yeah, he's just, his hair is just wrong. It'd be like casting someone as Superman, but he has like copper red hair and a afro.
Oh.
You know, looks like one of the guys, in the 70s bands with those big strawberry blonde afros. Looking like John McEnroe or something.
Oh, man. The man fro.
Yes. But
the man perm, rather.
The droid in the hallway tells me it's about as much time as they're going to let us use this space.
Really?
So,
man, why don't you take a hike?
We wrap it up.
So, yeah, quit poking, man. We got it.
Now you know I'm going to have to put a sound effect there.
Yeah, of course.
Woo, woo. Anyway, that does it for this issue of Pop Satellite. Tune in next time when we will be doing more of the same. We don't announce what we're doing because we haven't written that episode yet.
We just kind of go with the flow.
Yeah, but it'll be more geeky stuff like this.
Of course.
Maybe better. Maybe better, maybe worse.
You never know.
You never know.
Until next time.
Please navigate the internet safely.
And email us some suggestions for stuff so we can watch.
Yeah, we're looking forward to those movie suggestions. See you guys later.